This is the map for the Coasts and Peaks Rail Rover, which we've picked 4 places to do 4 journeys during August. I'm sure you've seen a rail route map before. They're all straight lines more or less, and the places are not exactly where they are geographically. So let's replace those onto a geographical map and see exactly where we're going to be going. Along the bottom of the screen is the rail map for the bit of track between Stoke-on-Trent and Derby, and we're going to get off at Tutbury and Hatton. According to the sign, this is Thistley Place Meadow. I've got off the train at Hatton and Tutbury, stationed just outside Derby. And beautiful countryside around here, and a friend of mine lives here as well, and it's Bob. And Bob has just donated a camera and a little tripod. So here we are using it and having a look around this area. You may have noticed behind me a Nestle factory. That sort of dominates the area a bit, but rumour has it may not be there for too much longer. Anyway, our rail journey is continued. So after that quick visit, I take a train back up to Chester, where we change for the North Wales coast route along to Colwyn Bay. Colwyn Bay station is just in the distance at the bottom of the street, and we've walked up to the top to have a rather late lunch at this cafe. It's owned by a Turkish man who doesn't forget about his homeland. There's a huge picture on the wall to remind him. The cafe restaurant is opposite this church, which if you've visited Colwyn Bay you're probably quite familiar with. It's one of a number of old stone buildings in the area, and some of the others are churches too. In another road going down towards the station there are some small shops, including cafes along here, and right at the bottom on the right there's the Bayview Shopping Centre, which is right on top of the A55. And this is a coast where the main expressway to North Wales and the railway lines run side by side along the seafront. The Colwyn Bay Promenade and Beach has undergone a lot of work recently, and to see what it used to look like, these paintings on the walls around the place will give you a better idea. There used to be a pretty decent pier, and now there's just a small platform sticking out across the beach, and all the beach has been renovated and given new sand. This used to be quite a rocky beach, but it's now been covered with new golden sand, and further along at Old Colwyn they're still working on the sea defences. At the moment these are best seen from the train.
From the sea to the sky, from your wings to my heart, in the days passing by.
If you go along the promenade in a westerly direction from Colwyn Bay, you come to Rhos-on-Sea, and this has pretty much all been renovated now, and the seafront's been taken care of, and now you can pay up to £400,000 or more for an apartment looking out to the Irish Sea. For those of you who are into energies, the Irish Sea has plenty of those, and then you can live in between there and the Welsh mountains behind. Also a great energy coming from them. We'll be taking a train on into Llandudno. Not this one, I don't think. It doesn't look like it's been anywhere for a while. All trains go along as far as Llandudno Junction, but we need to get into Llandudno itself, and this is where the 2 train lines split, with one going down to Holyhead for the Irish ferries, and the other one coming round through Ganwy into Llandudno itself.
The next station will be our final stop. We are now approaching Llandudno, which is our final stop. When leaving us here, please make sure you have all your luggage and belongings with you. Thank you for travelling the Transport Away.
This is Llandudno Pier, and I'm here to introduce you to this month's videos, which is all about train journeys. We're going to make 4 journeys by regional trains this month, and they're going to be on a rover ticket that costs us just over £15 a day with a rail card. And also, because we live in the Merseyrail area, we're going to take local train trips that we can do to various places like Chester and Southport, and they won't cost us a penny because we have a concessionary pass that allows us on buses and trains all over Merseyside. So we're all about train trips this month, and we're starting here in Llandudno. We got into Llandudno rather late in the afternoon, and this is actually the fault mainly of Transport for Wales, but more of that next time. So we just had time to go into the Palladium, which was a theatre and is now a Wetherspoons, and a great place to have our evening meal. We will be returning to Llandudno next week because there's more here to see. Each week at the end of this feature I will be taking one of our local trains on Merseyrail, because from where I live we can travel on these for free. The Wirral lines are still running the old trains from the 1970s, but we're now starting to see signs of the new trains that are just being introduced. Anyway, we're going to the Dips. It's a large public space down below the railway track, and we're going to spend the rest of our time here at the fair. Join us again next week when I'll be getting out our rail rovers again and visiting more places in the North West and North Wales.
To hear me, I'm screwed up and I just wanna be